This is the way I finish, right? And then you see my result. I have like a couple additional aligner because he studied overseas, so the time management is not perfect. That's why.
And change the shape of the arch forms still needs correction, right? And I still need to correct the scissors bite. And I also plan for distalization of the upper dentition. So this time it's not sequential distalization. I'm just distalizing as a en masse, whole mess, right? So I place two power arms. I wanted to, I placed power ridges to control the torque of the incisors. So this is how I did. And this was after the 2 sets of aligners. You see the scissors bite is now corrected. But I wanted to do more sagittal corrections. She was still class 2, right? So I planned for more distalization. And this time, like Professor Chewasong, I placed these button cutouts, and I planned to bond power arms here. 4 power arms, because I had cads here in the palatal area, so I plan to retract from both buccally, from the buccal side and from the palatal side. Sorry. Okay. So I plan with further distalization to correct the molecule. So 4 power arms in the palatal and 2 power arms in the buccal, and I'm distalizing the whole dental upper first. Distalizing the left molars and aligning the second premolar. And for the lower, I'm sequentially distalizing the lower teeth, and her occlusion would look like this after treatment. So this is before, and this is after. The left side. is her initial, and you can see that only the molars were occluding on both sides. And in this case, it's easier. It looks very difficult, but it's easier than when all of these teeth are touching, because all we need to do is intrude these teeth, these two second molar, first molar, and first and second molar, and the bite will close. So what I did is I'm intruding these teeth, and the mandible will rotate forward when we intrude these teeth, and we will be able to close this bite, this open bite. So the left side, same. After extracting the third molar, we are intruding, and closing the open bite. So I placed heads in the upper and trying to push the root inside the alveolar bone. So if you look from the occlusal view, you can see that the root is pushed inside. Okay? So if you compare from the beginning, you can see the changes of the gingival margin. You can see this thickening of the gingival margin. We're just checking her condyles, if they're okay, if there are no changes, and it showed stable. And this is the finished occlusion. And you can see the mucus has improved, and the bite has been closed. So I leave the pads for at least 6 months, because I know that molar intrusion will have some relapse. So in the literature, it's known to have maybe approximately 10% of the amount of intrusion in the molars. So there are chances that the bite will open a little bit. So I leave these for at least 6 months after I finish my treatment. And I explain to the patient that you might have to do some additional treatment when the bite opens. And this is the MI. We are intruding simultaneously because we have pads here. I'm planning for pads, so I can do simultaneous molar intrusion instead of sequential. So I'm intruding the molars and premolars, and the bite will jump. So this jump is not accurate. This is just done by the software manually, so it will depend on the patient, the axis rotation, right? So I am intruding both sides, and the bite will close. And from the occlusal view, I'm expanding her arch to correct her arch form. And lower, expanding to decrowd the lower incisors. Okay, so we place two.
And then the upper lateral incisors can go out into the arch form. And usually with those teeth that are more lingually positioned, or that is in a more palatally displaced position to start with, we usually put the attachment on the lingual side. So it's easier for the application of the attachment bonding. And when the patient removes the aligner, there won't be too much force, and the attachment does not get debonded that easily. So technically, it's better for the path of insertion and the path of removal.
You see the final position of my leveling curve of speed here.
Nó thấy cái đường cong spin nó được chỉnh cong ngược lên không ạ? Răng cửa nó được lún lố rất là nhiều.